And we're back. Okay, I'm not gonna be copywriting like that, but ¿qué pasa to the pack? It is Pack here,
AKA your mama's best friend.
and in today's video, I'm curious if you removed every team's best player off the team, what would happen? Who would be the best team then? How teams would turn out? Would some teams that are bad go to the playoffs, and would some teams that are good miss the playoffs? Let's find out. Before the video starts, be an OG, join the pack, and subscribe. I'm not asking, you're gonna do it. Okay, so I'm already in my NBA. I kind of want to show you the teams quickly. I won't go through them too long. Like, for example, now you have Ben Simmons as the best player with Tobias Harris. Like, now with this team, this is actually a really good team compared to everybody else. A lot of teams only have like one good player, like, you know, the Wizards or the Hornets. The Bucks only have now Chris Middleton with Drew Holiday. This team is not going to be as good as they were. The Bulls are way worse now without Zach LaVine. The Cavaliers are pretty bad without Con Sexton. You know, like, it's just a bunch of bigs. Like, it's 5 centers, essentially. The Celtics are literally what they are now, except Jason Tatum just came back. But this is, like, basically the first 2 weeks of the Celtics season, basically. The Clippers have no Kawhi, so Playoff P is going to have to really come out. Grizzlies have no Ja Morant. Good luck. The Hawks have no Trae Young. Good luck to them, too, low-key. The Heat have no Jimmy Butler. I mean, this team could still be decent. They could probably still make the playoffs. The Hornets have no Gordon Hayward, so basically last season with LaMelo Ball. The Jazz have no Donovan Mitchell. That's like a huge part of this team, so who knows how good the team's going to be. The Kings have no De'Aaron Fox, and good luck. The Knicks have no Julius Randle. I'm gonna pour one out now for my team. The Lakers have no LeBron, but this is basically Anthony Davis when he was on the Pelicans. Like, it's still like decent. The Magic have no Vucevic, but they're more of like a team-oriented basketball kind of team, so who knows how good they'll be. The Mavericks have no Luka. This is basically Porzingis for half the season last year with the Mavericks. The Nets have no Kevin Durant, and they're still probably champs. So let's be real. Harden and Kyrie with Spencer Dinwiddie healthy. The bench is kind of booty, but like, who knows? They could be decent. The Denver Nuggets without Jokic is huge, but it's still a pretty decent team. The Pacers without, okay, they have no Malcolm Brogdon, but I'd say probably Sabonis is the better player. But like, they were tied for rating, and I just picked one, so it is what it is. It's still a pretty good team. Pelicans now have no Zion. This team could still be decent, though. We'll see. The Pistons have no Jeremy Grant, so this is just the Pistons from last season. The Raptors have no Kyle Lowry, so even though there's a lot of depth on this team, it still is going to hurt them to not have Kyle Lowry on the team. The Rockets have no John Wall. Who knows? I mean, there's still a lot of talent here. That team might make the playoffs in this format. The Spurs have no DeMar DeRozan, and oh my god, just rating-wise alone, this is pretty rough. But Derek White's not a 79 overall. He definitely needs to be like an 85 when he's healthy, obviously. So if his ratings were correct, this would actually not be as bad, but for whatever reason, he's not. These two don't have the ratings they should have, so it's a pretty bad team. The Suns have no Devin Booker, but because CP3's on the team, they're still going to find a way to win. The Thunder lose SGA, so now you have maybe one of the worst teams of all time, at least rating-wise. The Timberwolves have no Cat, so now they're going to probably struggle. Blazers with no Dame, not great. Warriors without Curry, but they're still going to be pretty solid just with Clay alone. And then the Wizards without your 35-point per game scorer with Bradley Beal is going to be pretty rough. So that is basically the major ones. I'm going to simulate the season and see kind of where this ends up. It should be curious. If I'm going to make my bold prediction, and I want you to leave your predictions in the comments, I'm going to assume it's the Nets with the best team because they're just stacked. But I think the Pacers, low-key, have a lot of talent on that team too. So they might do pretty good in the playoffs, so we'll see. So the MVP of the NBA is now Anthony Davis. I believe he has the highest rating out of all players now that like LeBron and Giannis and Kawhi are all out of the game. Anthony Davis is now the best player, so look at that. Rookie of the Year is LaMelo Ball. Expected. Sixth Man of the Year is Devontae Graham. Interesting. Defensive Player of the Year is also Anthony Davis. So basically the Hornets and the Lakers are dominating these awards. Chris Boucher also as the Most Improved Player of the Year on the Raptors, which, I mean, he might even win this year straight up. Coach of the Year, Frank Vogel. Executive of the Year, nobody cares. Now, Russell Westbrook adds to makes first NBA All-NBA team, which is actually surprising. Domantas Sabonis also makes it. That's actually kind of crazy. Aaron Gordon makes it to the All-NBA third team. That kind of makes sense when he has like the only one scoring on the Magic. So now looking at the standings, the Raptors have the best record in the East, right in front of the Nets. The Cavs have the third record in the NBA. The Hawks are fourth. Sixers fifth. Celtics sixth. Miami Heat make it in, and the Bucks sneak into the playoffs. The Pacers actually miss out, which is actually surprising to me. Yeah, that's actually kind of wild. And then for the West, obviously the Lakers are the best. Playoff P lead the Clippers to the second. The Jazz are still up there, surprising. The Grizzlies are still up there, even without Ja Morant. The Suns are still up there even without Devin Booker. The Kings make it into the playoffs. The Pelicans make it. The Blazers make it. But the Timberwolves miss out. The Spurs miss out. Rockets, Mavericks miss out. That's actually surprising. Nuggets miss out, which is also surprising. And Warriors miss out. Wow. And then the Thunder end up with one of the worst records in NBA history, which is also kind of crazy. Okay, so league leaders, James Harden with 30.5 points per game, with Russell Westbrook number 2, D'Angelo Russell number 3, Jaylen Brown's 5th. That's actually kind of wild. With rebounds per game, Domantas Sabonis has 14. Assists per game, Chris Paul has 8. Steals, Drew Holiday with 2.3. Blocks, Miles Turner with 2.6. Okay, so I'm going to simulate the playoffs and then we'll see how it goes in the finals. So Anthony Davis is able to lead the Lakers and Chris Paul is able to lead the Suns past the Grizzlies. Now you have playoff P actually fighting against Rudy Gobert in the second round. You have the Hawks with, I think, just Clint Capella and John Collins versus Chris Middleton. So that should be interesting. And then James Harden and Kyrie versus Andre Drummond, I guess. I don't even know. So let's see what happens. So the Lakers end up beating CP3. So Anthony Davis is making it to the conference finals against the Clippers with playoff P. So this was going to be a pretty crazy series. And then the Nets with James Harden and also Kyrie Irving still make it to the conference finals, obviously, and are playing against Chris Middleton and company. So without Giannis, there's still the A seed still made it to the conference finals, which is actually kind of nuts. Let's see how this one goes. This one should be pretty interesting. So the Nets absolutely sweep the Milwaukee Bucks, which to be fair, I'm not that surprised. And then the Lakers almost sweep the Clippers, which is actually kind of crazy. So now it's the Lakers and the Nets, which is still going to be the finals, even if the best players are still on the team. So, you know, that's just how 2K is, I guess. But Anthony Davis and company versus Kyrie Irving and James Harden. Talent-wise, you think the Nets are going to win, but Anthony Davis is pretty good. Let's see how this goes. So first game, simulating. Lakers are winning by a lot, and they end up taking game 1. Now we're in game 2. Lakers up 1-0, but the Nets are kind of coming back. The Lakers take the lead again. And Nets sneak by last minute and take game 2 with Kyrie Irving with 38. Okay. Game 3, tied 1-1 series. We're now in Brooklyn, and the Nets are taking a commanding lead so far, and it looks like they're going to win game 3. So now it's 2-1 for the Nets. Now we have game 4. It's pretty close so far. This is actually a pretty important game for both teams, and the Lakers sneak by and get a win in the final. This is actually a pretty crazy final so far. 2-2. We're going to Los Angeles, where the Lakers already have a pretty big lead. Ooh, it's getting close, and I think the Lakers are going to take this one. So now it's 3-2. Lakers are up in the series. We're not going to Brooklyn. Let's see how it goes. Nets already have a pretty big lead to start the game, and it looks like they're already going to take the game straight up. So we're going to a game 7 in LA. Let's see how this goes, and then we might, oh my gosh, the Nets have a big lead, but it's close. Third quarter, fourth quarter, it's still a really close game. And okay, we're going to stop. It's a minute 54, 115 to 114. Lakers are up. We're going to jump in, and we're actually going to watch the rest of this. I'm not going to play as anybody, so let's go to choose sides. We're going to let the AI play this one out. Okay, this is game 7 of the finals. Literally, it's just Anthony Davis without LeBron and the Nets without KD. Let's see who wins it in game 7. Anthony Davis ISOing James Harden, which is kind of weird to see. He probably should just post him up, but continues Caldwell Pope over for 3, and he bricks it. Now the Nets get a chance to go up in this series. Well, for the finals, Spencer Dinwiddie ISOing Alex Caruso, giving it to Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving, Uncle Drew's probably going to try to get a bucket here. And gets swatted by Marc Gasol. He's been in this position before. He has won a championship with the Raptors. Alex Caruso just trying to take it at Kyrie and misses it. Oh no, that was Spencer Dinwiddie. Taking a terrible shot, but somehow it's Lakers ball with a minute 22 left. I'm actually surprised how crazy this is getting so far. Ersan Ilyasova coming in for the Nets. I didn't even know he was on the Nets. I guess they picked him up in free agency. But right here, giving it to Alex Caruso. He's going to try to ISO Spencer Dinwiddie. Gives it to Anthony Davis against Ersan Ilyasova. That should be an easy bucket for AD. And now takes a 3-point lead in the Nets. Steve Nash has a timeout. Oh my gosh, this is actually a crazy game so far. Even you can see James Harden already arguing with the team like, yo, this is not my fault. Okay, game 7. 117 to 114. Player of the game is Anthony Davis by New Balance, apparently. So 117 to 114. Lakers are still up. James Harden ISOing Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Oh, I guarantee you, no foul call. Terrible shot. Tatum. Dude, Marc Gasol might win Finals MVP after that. That was crazy. Okay, Alex Caruso probably just going to chew the clock out a little bit. Gives it to Anthony Davis. Let him just ISO. I mean, it's Ersan Ilyasova. Oh, he gets stolen by Spencer Dinwiddie. Oh my gosh, what a steal. That's actually a really clutch steal. James Harden giving to Spencer in the corner. Oh, it's not a 3 though. He misses the midi. No, I guarantee if that was in the corner three, he would have made that. Okay, I don't know why middies just don't go in 2K, but Alex Caruso open for three, but doesn't take it. Gives it to Anthony Davis again. And the foul by Ersan Ilyasova, and he fouls out. Who's going to guard Anthony Davis now? Oh my gosh, good luck. So now I don't even know who they brought in. They don't have a big. They literally don't have a big on the floor right now. Anthony Davis is about to eat, my guys. Oh my goodness. Jeff Green is their big. That's not a good sign. You know it's bad when you have Spencer Dinwiddie rebounding in the inside. Oh, Anthony Davis misses it, but they still have 4 points. That's a 2-possession game already. Let's see what they do. They're basically playing small ball here because that works so well for the Rockets. The screen, James Harden's going to have to put up something here. There you go. Layup. And it's, well, they have all the clock in the world, so it doesn't even matter now. So basically, whoever they foul, they need to hope they miss a free throw. But even then, it's like, we'll see what happens. I don't know why the Lakers timed out, though. I don't know what they gained. Okay, 17 seconds left. You got, well, I'd say you, oh my goodness, that was almost weird. James Harden with his 5th foul. Quickly's fouls. Contavious Caldwell-Pope, I'm assuming that was. Yep. Okay, let's see. He just needs to hit 2. Hit 2 free throws. Let's see how clutch you are. First one is in. Okay, so now it's at least the worst case scenario. They make it overtime, but let's see what happens here. He has to make this free throw. The Brooklyn Nets still have a timeout too. Oh, he makes it. Okay, that's really clutch by Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Okay, Steve Nash is just like, all right, listen, we're just going to have to pull some BS right now. Okay, let's see what happens. They put in Claxton to guard Anthony Davis, which is a smart decision. They got to give it to somebody. They got to get a bucket like now, though. He take Jeff Green with the 3? Oh, if he had made that, oh my gosh. This would have, if he had made that 3, oh my gosh. This would have been hype. But I think that's it. Contavious Caldwell-Pope just needs to make 1 probably, and it's probably GG. And that series. That is a championship for the Lakers probably without LeBron James. So if any of you thinking that Anthony Davis does not deserve these championships, you're wrong, because Anthony Davis can do it without LeBron apparently. 5 seconds left. It doesn't even matter if he shoots that. Rebound Anthony Davis. And that is a championship in Los Angeles. Game 7. Marc Gasol had some really clutch plays there at the end. And Anthony Davis was just isoing, and it wasn't even fair. It just goes to show you, if you have a good big, it's like, what are teams, and you can't defend that big, it's like you're guaranteed to win it, man. Like, just bigs are still dominant, even in today's NBA. They just are. As long as they're, as dominant as Anthony Davis, right? But, damn, Kyrie. Hey, they made it to the finals, though. James Harden made it to a finals in the modern day, because, I mean, he did make it to the finals with OKC, but who cares? Damn. I'm assuming, wild assumption, Anthony Davis wins Finals MVP. If I had to take a wild guess, Alex Caruso holding the championship is actually kind of crazy. Montrezl Harrell holding the chip, and then Anthony Davis with the Finals MVP. And that is what 2K believes is going to happen. What do you think, though? Do you agree with 2K or disagree? Leave it in the comments below. And if you like this channel, give it a sub, and I'll see you guys next time.